Hey guys, it's Jeff from Pressure Luck, and I have a confession to make. I'm obsessed with pad thai. It's the dish that got me into Thai cuisine. I can say now that I've graduated onto the more adventurous things in Thai cuisine, but when it comes down to how I got my way into it, my 101, it was pad thai. And pad thai are basically your typical noodles, they're almost like a linguine, but they're rice noodles, and it's mixed together with some veggies, usually some carrots, some bean sprouts, some scallions in there, maybe some egg also, and usually a protein like a chicken, tofu, or shrimp, or maybe even a mix of the three. But really what makes a pad thai is that sauce. And I want to show you how to make this so easily on your stovetop. I'm going to bring you, it's my mission here to show you not just Instant Pot recipes, but other ones as well. I'll still do Instant Pot recipes, but I want to show you how you can use your stovetop here and make the most delicious tasting pad thai that you would swear came from a restaurant in practically no time at all. You see what I did there? No time at all. Anyway, just work with me on this, alright? We're gonna go right to our stove, and I'm gonna show you right now how quick and easy it is to make the most delicious pad thai you've ever made in your own kitchen. With all accessible ingredients. Well, maybe except one, but I promise you can find it online if you can't find it in your market. Let's do it. So the very first thing I want to do is I want to take a pot of water here, about 4 quarts worth of water is fine, and then just boil it on the stove. Now when my water is coming to a boil, what I want to do is I want to make my pad thai sauce. Now I'm going to show you the ingredients to use to make the best tasting pad thai sauce, in my opinion anyway. However, you can skip this entire step and just use a really good store-bought brand. I like the Pad Thai brand. You can use that instead and just skip this completely, but since I'm showing you how to make pad thai, I'm going to show you how to make the sauce. First up, we need to use something called tamarind paste or concentrate, or tamarind paste concentrate. Whatever you get, make sure it says tamarind paste or concentrate on the bottle or container, and I like to use the Tamacan brand. You can get this online on Amazon. It's easy to find there, and also in most Asian markets as well as Indian markets. I'm going to take a half a cup of that paste, and you see it's kind of like a thick goop, kind of almost like a molasses, but maybe a little bit less thick. And tamarind is the key to a pad thai sauce. It's essentially, on its own, it's going to taste kind of sour, right? So what we need to add to that to balance it out is 1/2 of a cup of a light or brown dark sugar. 1/4 of a cup of fish sauce. Don't be swayed by fish sauce. Believe me, it's amazing. It smells pungent on its own, but it adds a rich, delicious flavor, and it's not fishy when it's all combined. 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar. You can also just use white vinegar if that's all you can find. And the juice of 1/2 a lime. Lastly, to thicken this up some, I want to add in 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. Now I'm going to take my whisk and whisk everything together. And this is my pad thai sauce. Perfect. Alright, let's set that aside for now. Okay, so now once my water is boiling, what I want to do is I want to take 16 ounces or a pound of rice noodles. You can really use any kind of rice noodles you want. This brand is very common in most regular markets, A Taste of Thai. So is another brand called Annie Chung's. Whatever you do, use 16 ounces. I find that Annie Chung sells them in 8 ounces. Or if you have it, you're going to use 8 ounces. Every package of rice noodles is going to have different instructions on how to cook them. Some have you boil them in the water while it's boiling. Some have you just bring the water to a boil and then just soak the noodles in the water without it boiling. The instructions on this one is to basically use very hot tap water, so I brought it to a boil. Now I'm going to kill the heat now that it is. And now that my water is beginning to settle down, I turn the stove off. I'm going to take those rice noodles and I'm just going to pour it right inside. Make sure they're fully submerged. And it says to let them just rest in there for between 20 to 25 minutes. So I'm actually going to set a timer for about 15 minutes just to make sure that I don't overdo it. Alright, move that out of the way. Alright, so while my noodles are just resting in the hot water and cooking, I want to now take a saute pan, between a 4 to 5 quart saute pan, which is a frying pan with a high wall, which is really great to use in any recipe where you're kind of making any kind of dish, where you don't have a wok for a stir fry, and a pasta dish in general. And I'm going to bring that to medium-high heat. And to that I'm going to pour in 1/4 of a cup of sesame oil and let that get heated up for about 3 minutes or so. And every so often give the noodles a stir, make sure they don't get stuck together. Okay, so now that my oil is heated up, I want to add in 1 pound of thinly sliced chicken breasts or chicken cutlets, which are just chicken breasts that are sliced about 1/4 inch thick, and I've just sprinkled them lightly with some garlic salt before I slice them up. Add that to the oil. And this is optional because I know not everyone loves tofu, but I'm using 4 ounces of extra firm tofu. The firmer the tofu, the better, so it stays and holds its form mostly. And I just cut it up here. You don't have to add the tofu if you're not into it. And you can add even up to 1.5 pounds of chicken, or even 2 pounds. And we're just gonna saute our tofu and our chicken in the sesame oil until the chicken is fully cooked through. And you see the tofu crumbles a little bit as you're sauteing. That's fine. I think it actually gives it a nice little texture that way. And after about 5 minutes of sauteing our chicken, which by the way goes so quickly because we use thinly sliced chicken breast, that cooks it much more quickly. We'll take a slotted spoon or a spider, this thing is called a spider, and then just take our chicken and our tofu and remove it to a separate bowl for the time being. Okay, next thing I want to do is I want to add in 1 large carrot that I've just sliced into matchsticks, 1 bunch of scallions that I've cut into 1-inch pieces, about 1/3 cup of either Thai basil, which is harder to find, or the easier to find, tarragon, fresh tarragon that you'd find in the produce department. About 1/3 cup that's loosely packed, as well as 3 cloves or 1 tablespoon of crushed or minced garlic. And we're going to saute all the veggies for another few minutes until they soften a bit. Reduce the heat to a medium here. Okay, and after about 5 minutes of sauteing our veggies, it is now time to add some egg. I want to move all my veggies over to one side of the pot, and then I want to add in 2 eggs. You can actually add up to even 4 eggs if you want it really eggy, that I've beaten well. Just put it in here in the pan, and then take a silicone spatula, and then just begin to immediately fold the egg, because it's going to cook very quickly. Just like this. And then just mix it in with the other veggies. Okay, I'm going to reduce my heat now to a medium-low. Nice egg-coated veggie mixture is looking fabulous. And now I want to take in that pad thai sauce I made and add it to the pan. And now it's time to stir everything until everything is well combined. And you see the sauce is going to begin to thicken nicely because we have that cornstarch in there. Okay, so now while this is simmering up and thickening nicely, I want to take my noodles and I want to drain them through a colander. Okay, and now I'm going to just kill the heat on the pot now that my sauce is nice and thickened, looking beautiful here. Now I want to take my noodles that I've drained and then add them to the sauce. And I also want to top that off with my chicken and my tofu and about 1/2 cup or so of some crushed peanuts if you want to add those in there. Now we're going to just mix everything up together in the pan nicely. And just like that, there is my chicken pad thai all ready to serve up. Let's do it. Look at that beautifulness going on in there. By the way, some people like bean sprouts, and if that's you, feel free to add about 1 cup worth in there. You don't have to add them. I know not everybody's into bean sprouts. And there is my chicken pad thai, which I've just garnished with a few extra peanuts, some cilantro if you want to add it to that, and a lime wedge. You don't have to add those things, they're just a nice little touch. But there you have it, all the goodies in there. The egg, the carrot, the chicken, the tofu, the scallion, you name it, it's in there. Some delicious, sweet, and savory chicken pad thai. Let's tie it out, shall we? And okay, my friends, there is my pad thai. It looks so beautiful, and I'm gonna give it a try, or give it a tie, or a twirl. Here we go, beautiful. This dish is so easy to make, and it's even more phenomenal because it tastes authentic. It tastes like what you're getting from the restaurant right here in your own kitchen, using easy ingredients. The only thing you might have to find, and you can get it easily online, is the tamarind paste or concentrate. It's literally just like a restaurant. Chicken, perfect. Now, excuse me, if you want a shrimp pad thai, simply cook some shrimp with the chicken at the end. The shrimp cook much quicker than the chicken, so just when the chicken's almost done at the end there, add the shrimp in and they'll cook very quickly. And as soon as they curl and they become opaque, the shrimp is done. This pad thai sauce, it's unbelievably good. And like I said, if you don't want to make your own, you can always just go to the market and buy one, and then poof, you have your pad thai sauce. At the end of the day, you want to use about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of the sauce for 1 pound of the rice noodles that we're using. The chicken, I love the carrot in there with it. Beautiful. If you enjoy these videos that are all so easy to follow, I hope you think they are anyway, check out my website, pressurelowcooking.com, because all my recipes live there. And they're free. Check them out. If you have an Instant Pot, guess what? I wrote 4 cookbooks for it. 4. All bestsellers. Every single book has gorgeous color, step-by-step photos for every recipe, as well as a final shot and a timing bar. So there's no confusion. There's no questions you even have to ask. They're all answered ahead of time, what it should look like. I mean, I'm a visual teacher and I like to teach visually, so you're gonna get that in my books. Check me out at facebook.com/pressurelowcooking and like that page. Anytime a new recipe comes out, a great deal comes out on an item, anytime I wanna try to make you laugh or something, just check that out, like the page. And at Pressure Low Cooking on Instagram, also subscribe to me on YouTube, and all the other stuff, all that other fun stuff. Thank you so much again, my friends. And the next time you have a craving for noodles at home, and I'm talking pad thai, well, all you gotta do is give this amazing recipe a try. Enjoy.